Hello, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 12th of August. So we'll start off immediately with the Euro USD. As you can see, today we started a bit earlier. Sorry for this, but it's okay. We are in an active uptrend. As you can see, the price continues to move to the upper side, and as it is now, we've just gone below the blue line, this one, but we are still above the 200 moving average, and also the ADX indicator. You can see that it's when the price is breaking below the red line. So it's breaking below the red line, the one we are having at the bottom. This is still upwards. Somehow this is still upwards. If the green line can close below the red one, then that is the confirmation that we are now continuing to the lower side. As it is now, we still expect more momentum to the upper side. We do expect price to give us clear buy signals. We are basically looking for areas where we can be picking buy positions. We want a bounce from maybe this point, from the lower trend line. If the price can bounce off from the lower trend line, then that will be somehow a good place to look for a buy from. So as it is now, we are waiting on Euro USD. We are waiting for a buy position, but only when the price gets to the level where I want it to get to. Other levels to look for, we do have a level here. Sorry, we do have resistance here. We have some resistance here, some resistance. We have some resistance, some resistance. There's a break above. There's a retracement, so we have support here. We also have another support at this point here, 1.1693. We also have a resistance here. So these are the places where the price can come back up to, but does not break below, then these are the correct places to look for a buy from. We have this. We also have the other one at the bottom, which is this one. So the next chart is GBP USD. GBP USD, so far it's within some shape. GBP USD is rallying within a very good shape. I'm going to draw that in a moment. GBP USD. So if you draw a line touching this point, passing through this one, you can see that the price has actually bounced off from a very good support here. We had a resistance previously. There's this break. The price came back as a support. We had a support here, continued up. It came back. We have a support, and just some few minutes ago we had a support around the same place. On the upper side, there's another trend line. We draw it like this. So we have a resistance, we have a support. We expect the same place, the resistance at the top, to act as a resistance in the near future. So if the price comes back to that place, if the price hits the resistance we just mentioned, the upper trend line, then that should give us the ideal place to look for a sell from. And in case the price goes beyond any of the levels which I've drawn, that is, if the price goes above the trend line, we expect a continuation to the upper side. If the price breaks below the lower trend line, then that will be a sign that we're now heading to the lower side. So as it is now, we're just sitting on the sidelines. We are waiting. It's better if you wait for a break below. That looks much better. I'm saying this because the indicator you have on the lower side, this one, the red line has just gone below, above the green one, which is a sign that we are now heading to the lower side. So the next chart I want to look at is USDJPY. USDJPY so far, this is upwards somehow. I'm going to explain why I'm saying this is upwards. Look at the red line, which is immediate where the price is now. It's very close to where the price is now. This red line here, we had it as a support previously. It was a support in the recent past. We had the same place as support. then there was this break. As it is now, you can see that the price has actually closed above it. So that may mean we are now upwards, a sign that somehow we are now continuing to the upside. So the best thing we should be doing now is actually to look for more buy positions. We want price to keep giving us more buy places, especially if it can pull back slightly, then that will be the ideal place to look for a buy from. We'll buy from the same place where we broke beyond. If not that level, we'll buy here, or the next place we want to buy from is actually this level, and the last one is this one. So technically, based on the levels we're looking at, we want price to give us buy signals. When it hits any of those levels, then we are going to be looking for a trade. So the next chart I want us to look at, we'll look at Brent oil. If you remember what we said yesterday, Brent oil was actually within some shape. It was within a contracting wedge formation. If you draw the daily chart, you'll be able to see that clearly. We had a line from this point running all the way like that, and then we had another one like this. So we did mention that should the price clearly break and close above the upper trend line, then that will be a good sign that we are now continuing to the upper side. As it is now, that has not happened. We still keep seeing price retracing back after attempting to break above it, retraces back. It's still being contained within the zone. If it breaks above any of the levels which I've just mentioned, then that will be the sign that we are now continuing to the upper side, not as it is now. So we'll move forward to SP500. SP500, so far, you remember what we said yesterday, we were upwards. SP500 here, SP500, we were upwards, irrespective of what is happening now, we were upwards. You can see that we had some resistance here. There was this an attempt to break above, it came back to the same place, then there are multiple pin bars. The price continued up, but is not able to break beyond 3384.7. So we want price to clearly ascend and break above that level so that we can continue upwards. If the price can break above 3384.7, then that will mean we are now continuing to the upper side. The best place now, the best thing to do is to actually look for more buy positions. So the next chart we would like to look at, the last one for today, is gold. We have it here. Our gold is pulling back to the lower side. So the move which you saw yesterday is actually not a surprising one. I'm going to explain why. If you add the stochastic on this chart, you'll be able to see exactly why that move was called for. You can see from this date here, the price has remained above its overbought. From this moment here up to where the price is now, you can see that we've remained overbought. The price has always, there's no instance where the stochastic actually breaks below 20, except for this time when it almost touched it, but it ended up pulling back again above for like how many weeks, how many months? This is the first month, 1, 2, 3, 4, for 5 months gold has been overbought. So when we were selling off from this point, this was actually a very good move where somebody could have actually taken a sell from. So we are still expecting more momentum to the last side. We still expect price to proceed to the last side. We actually expect it to go up to this point, 1756.07. So thank you very much. If you're looking at gold now, you're supposed to keep looking for sell positions. We'll meet again tomorrow at the same. So thank you. See you.